9/11, who got the blame for that? The Christians or the Muslims? I'm not picking sides, I'm just telling you. Think about it. In the Inquisition, was it the Catholic Church that were Muslims, or were they Christians? Quasi-Christians. Who's over there doing the Jews' bidding right now? The Muslims or the Christians? Who's fighting for God and for their country and for your freedom? The Muslims or the Christians? And when in fact they're fighting for your slavery, because they don't understand what the fuck they're doing. They're just perpetuating this ongoing fucking game, this joke. So, you know, I don't remember a time when the Muslims went around the world slaughtering people. I remember a thing that the Muslims did called the Inquisition. And you can't say Catholics aren't Christians, because all Western religion is based off of Catholicism. So you can't say, well, those are Catholics, they don't count. Bullshit. They're all wearing the same biker jacket. They're over there slaughtering people for the Jews, who also wear black robes. Do you get it? Don't you get it? You're looking at it from your viewpoint as, this is what I am, and I would never do that. But the guys above you would. That's where you're getting lost in your idea of what's right and wrong and what's good and bad. Because you wouldn't do those things. You're assuming the people above you wouldn't do those. When in fact, it's all the same guys. They're all trying to run the show in their own way, but they all have the same end set up. Imagine 4 groups. But we'll just take the Masons, the Jews, the Nazis, the Vatican. The Nazis, the Jews, the Vatican, and who else can we throw in there? It would be the Nazis, the Jews, the Masons, and the Vatican. The Jews and the Masons seem to hang together, and the Vatican and the Nazis seem to hang together. So it's like tag teams. So, but within that, they also have their own agendas, but towards the same end. So yeah, if Christianity is being stomped out, it's being stomped out by their own organization. It's like mafia groups. They're all a big family, but they have their own disputes. But they all are still mafia families. Okay? Period. Sorry, that's the reality of it. That's kind of how this place works. You know, basically, like Michael said on the Office, I was watching an episode that he referred to, I don't care who's in charge of what, you all answer to me. So it doesn't matter who's really running the show here in this reality with people, as long as whoever or whatever is running this place gets theirs. But the guys that are running it are all aware that they still have to pay the piper. And so they're all in one big group, because those guys are the guys that are on the inside. They understand it. The guys on the outside, the rest of us, we get little bits and bobs and stuff, and we can see that something's not right from our viewpoint. But they're just figure 4 groups, and they're always conning and planning against each other. And then they break it down into us and split us up into religions and faiths and beliefs, and then they make us go kill each other to do their bidding. And then and then it's manipulation from one group to another and to another. But it's all the same group. So don't give me this, Christianity, the face of the earth, is to be eradicated from the whole of society, while the powers that be don't even mess with Islam, Buddhism, and the Vatican. Well, the Vatican is the one that's bringing all the, look, you will not find, as a rule, a Muslim temple without a Catholic church being very, 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 very close in the vicinity of it. Because they both sit there with that crazy ass burning incense and rubbing fucking beads. The Catholics call it the rosary. I don't know what the Muslims call it. Doing the same thing. Because the Muslims were created by the Vatican. And they happen to be Indo-Aryan. That's why they don't like the Jews so much. Okay? You gotta try and look at this from a bigger picture than I believe that nobody could be that evil to do that to their own people, because they are doing that to their own people, because you're people. You don't matter. See, that's why this perpetuates, because from where you sit, it appears to you that nobody could be that evil and call themselves a Christian. Bullshit. Adolf Hitler thought he was doing a good thing by wiping the Jews out. The word Nazi comes from the word Naza, which is tied in with Nazarene and Nazareth. That was the way that they were trying to tie them being the world's savior, by wiping the Jews out. You gotta open your fucking blinders a little bit and see this shit for what it is. They're selling all of us a bunch of bullshit. You go into a church, the guy's wearing a woman's robe. Period. It represents the woman. He's wearing a woman's robe. He might as well put on the bra and panties to go with it. If you're gonna dress, as they say, dress to the nines.